incredible to watch. And yeah, there's a Diddy and there's a Sheik, but it's a Diddy, a Sheik. Oh, sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be swapping off. It's been a wonderful time commentating for you folks, and have a great night, everybody.
Yep, it's 1BL signing off. Here we have some new commentators.
For the round 2.
Ayo, what's good, everybody? Mikkel hopping on the mic. I got Amir joining me in just a hot second right here.
Okay, let's get it.
Yeah, man. All right, so you got the traditional scrap going on right here.
Yeah, what is this, loser semis? Yeah, not normally expected to be in loser semis. You can thank Hammer for that.
Right? Maybe BB getting a little bit of a Mikkel bracket alive.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? Sometimes that's just how the bracket works sometimes. People lose earlier than expected, changing things just in the greater scope of the tournament. And here we are.
Yeah. Granted, I do believe that the Blacktwins did go Roy game 1. That wasn't. I don't know if that was the best choice because I feel like Hammer's definitely a person who slept on most of the time. So he's really good with those grab confirms. I rarely see him miss the up throw up air. So
his results have been getting a lot better recently with wins on gains and Foul God coming in. But at the moment, these two also played at No Man's Land. And it was Blacktwins who actually took the sets in winter semis. But Chrim looking to get the run back, if I may say so myself.
Yeah.
And so far, that first stock looking pretty good.
Yeah, it's looking pretty decent so far. Right now, we're going to see, Chris go for his bread and butter. Is just going to try and grab in that %.
Exactly. Just stay patient. As soon as Blacktwins comes into your point of view, just take the appropriate action, get as much % as you can, rinse and repeat.
Yeah. And that was actually a really bad monkey flip. One thing I've been talking to Chris about recently is that, when you have the lead with Diddy, that was really bad escape.
Well, when you have the lead with Diddy, you just jump off the stage and lose your stop.
But what I was trying to say is that when he has the lead with Diddy, he tends to go in a lot, and he doesn't really slow down. So one thing we've been trying to tell him is that maybe slow down a bit, play around more with Banana, try and get those confirmed so you don't have to worry about losing that stock early. But unfortunately, he did have that SD, but hopefully he doesn't lose that game because of that.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just sometimes it's just so easy to lose sight of that because you're so focused on kind of playing the way you want to play.
Yeah.
It's hard to tell yourself no.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in situations like this when you play someone like Blacktwins.
So there's a F tilt him off stage, which is fine, and does force Blacktwins to burn that limit. Blacktwins using that banana to his advantage, though, on that ledge.
Yeah, I guess the spike hitbox of the forward air, too, just like full aggro.
Yeah, and with that pivot grab right there, forcing Chrim off. But Chrim fighting right back with that fair. Now he's on stage with Banana, looking fierce.
Yeah, in Blacktwins' situation, he's going to want to camp limit as much as he can. And that should be it, yep.
Yeah, just fell into the range. Chrim was sitting right at center stage. Knew he was at the %. Had a sufficient enough rage. Just throw out that up tilt. Throw out that hand. Take that stock.
Yep. Just slapped him away.
Absolutely. All right. Well, and just as a heads up, this is a best of 3. Do keep that in mind because it is only loser semis.
Damn.
So what usually
I don't even know when the last time these guys played best of 3. Honestly.
Probably a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
But this is what we're presented with, and as a result, I mean, you know what? It's just you know the situation that you're in, so you just kind of have to adjust and make do with your new surroundings. And as two people who have been in the scene for a while and have been at the top for a while, they've been exposed to many different kinds of scenarios in Smash.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like they're kind of prepared for any kind of situation at any time.
Exactly. They might have like that little initial moment of shock. They're like, oh, wow, I didn't expect this to happen, so-and-so. But after like 5 seconds, it's like, yeah, you know what, that's it.
Yeah, they'll react like immediately after that. That's the thing.
Yeah, time to get to business. And Blacktwins giving them the business right there.
Oh, that was...
Almost finishing well with that fair. That would have been cool, but...
Yeah.
Easy sitting in shield and taking advantage of that grab. And really challenging Blacktwins' landing options there for a good second.
Yeah, kind of went a little bit too aggressive over there. Kind of gave Blacktwins that little bit of space to punish him. I'm going to see Chris off stage. What's he do? Oh, okay. Not too bad.
Sat in center and retreated with that back air and still connected. So Is getting a little bit of productivity off of there, but Blacktwins still with the slight percent advantage.
Ooh,
and
yeah. He definitely wanted that up B, yeah.
Yeah, would have KO'd, but Chrim Foish playing it safe.
Yeah, and another thing with that up B, the limit up B, is that nice down smash. But the thing with the limit up B is that the active hitbox of that is actually not too big, especially when you're already in the air. Like, not counting the initial hitbox. So it is kind of hard to space and get the right hit, but damn, Blacktwins right now, 50%, clean.
That was real quick, dude. Doing Drake halfway there, 0 to 50 real quick.
Yeah, real quick, holy shit.
And now with limit, all of a sudden, this was a pretty contentious match, but Blacktwins looking to turn it into 5th gear. Speed away from this man.
Nice power shield.
Yeah. Not quite going to be enough. Battlefield's Blast Zone's also hopping a little bit.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chris didn't actually ban the stage, because if you don't ban Battlefield versus Blacktwins' Cloud, he's definitely going to go there 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely.
So, wow. Just limit cross last year's out of the details. Oh, wow, he's actually barely alive.
Yup. Center stage, Chrim Foish able to count his blessings right there. Second chance of life, but let's see how he takes it.
Oh, that was bad. That was a bad monkey flip.
The Blacktwins just opting up.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say he's going to up you out of shield. He almost caught that. Thankfully, Chris landed just in time and perfect shield with it. And that barrels. Okay.
Exploded on the man. There you go. And now Chrim's got that comeback factor right here. 124%. Can he do it? All right.
I honestly wasn't expecting that option. That was an extremely risky option considering the position he was in. But I guess it was kind of an all-or-nothing kind of situation.
Exactly. Saw Blacktwins go for the safe option earlier and knew he just kind of had to switch it up and kind of change up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, and that dash attack almost killing.
Good wait by Chrim, not opting the monkey flip right away. Blacktwins understanding that, sitting right at the ledge.
Yeah, that was actually a really sneaky recovery. Did that that wall jump to monkey flip.
Yep. Yeah, he's got to play so safe, but jumps for his banana, and Blacktwins knowing that the potential was there for Chrim to jump in and grab it.
Yeah, he saw that banana. He's like, okay, you're probably going to go for it, and you can't shield while grabbing it, so...
I'm just going to throw out this blade beam.
Yeah, goes for the blade beam and catches him.
Easy. And now this is where it ends. Game 3. Chrim, as you know, Town and City is one of his preferred stages to play on, but now with the reduced stage list and Duck Hunt being removed.
Yeah, as of today, yep.
Town and City might be falling victim to a ban here.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's actually one other thing is that Duck Hunt is a stage that we actually did see Chris go to quite often. He does like that stage.
Yeah.
And so with that being removed, I'm curious as to what he's going to go to now and what Blacktwins' ban will be. Okay, so he didn't ban down. Okay.
Yeah, he might have gone FD because similarly to Duck Hunt, FD allows Chrim a lot of open space to operate his Diddy. That being said, Game 3, both of these guys looking to stave off what for you would consider for them an early elimination, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Well, both of them just kind of settling in, trying to find the rhythm, charging limit, getting bananas, the usual.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. As a thing, I've noticed Blacktwins does have a couple of bad dares where he kind of is a little fishing for those dares. I feel like they're not really good, especially as a recovery tool. Like, off the ledge, he might just use it. Okay, thankfully this time he doesn't.
I feel like that's a general Cloud thing, though.
Yeah,
a lot of people see Dare and they think it's going to save them for a while, but there are times when you are very vulnerable using that move.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, they don't seem to be too badly affected because the percents are fairly even. Chrim's just sitting at back, trying to throw out those bananas in neutral, but Blacktwins is fully aware of that, and he's dashing it every time you see that happen.
Yeah, he's definitely keeping that movement crisp.
Yeah, like again, Chrim throws that banana out neutral, Blacktwins is immediately on him, does not give him that time and space.
Yeah, and we have seen it before where there's situations where Blacktwins does get the banana, and he can end it with the finishing touch right there. Like, that's the thing. That's why Chris has to be very wary of his banana, especially in this matchup, because Blacktwins knows how to use that banana, and he will use it against you. Yeah, he'll get that trip and a finishing touch, and you could be dead at like 60.
And we're seeing it here. He's just doing a really good job neutralizing it every time it comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
But Blacktwins got to be careful right there. Just living slightly after that up air. And Chrim just, now he's got center stage and banana in hand. This is what he's been looking for all game. Blacktwins able to shield and catch, but Chrim First to react.
Yeah. So that's the thing. If you're a Cloud with limit and you have the banana, your options are extremely limited to just throwing it because you don't want to. Usually you'd use your special moves to kind of get rid of it, but if you have limit, you don't want to waste it, right?
Absolutely.
So and then you're kind of forced to just throw it or just run away. So it's definitely easy to try and stay in shield and stay away from Cloud at that point.
Okay, at least he caught the landing with a consistent hitbox in the down smash. Gets him again, too.
2 frames.
Yeah, nicely done, Chrim Foish. That's the thing, like, as the Diddy player, when you see somebody else holding a banana, you know their options are limited in a way. Because they pretty much, usually for Cloud, if he doesn't have limits, he can do his 5 options. Like, he can either charge or just kind of stall and do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But if he has limit, then he's only really got 1. He doesn't want to burn that.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll behind, and interesting to see how he'll play now with the stock lead. Obviously, the percent is looking, well,
yeah, that was pretty unsafe just to throw it down from that kind of space.
Yeah. Well, it was a hopeful attempt, and sometimes you just got to risk it there.
I like how Blacktwins went for that up tilt to jab because at those percents, you can't really get another up tilt if he fast falls that. So it's really tricky, especially at lower percents, to know what to go for with Cloud. So sometimes you really those up air combos are really good. So, this edge guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, those up air combos are really good. So sometimes you're going to feed for them and it doesn't really work out. So smart on them.
Exactly. You just got to wait for the right percent range to connect on those up airs. And it's the case with a lot of combo-based characters too. If you go too early for your combo starter, they're going to be able to DI away or DI out of it and be able to react accordingly. So.
Yeah. And Chris, maybe 15% more and he can die to finishing touch. So we'll see how it goes.
Now, if you're Sir BB, who do you want to play? Who do you want to play more out of these two?
I'd say Blacktwins.
Yeah. Because of Diddy.
Because of Diddy, and he does have that one win on Blacktwins that one very famous one on Blacktwins that well played. So.
And while that was a while ago, it still happened. So you can't really say he doesn't have it in him. I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
BB is a talented player.
And he did do really well at No Man's Land, which is one thing that I can really commend him for.
Yep, got that 5th place.
Yeah, he got that one win on Ice Ninja that he really needed,
Yeah, and sometimes that's all it takes, just getting that one victory against a player who's, or like an obstacle is just kind of proven to be such a big challenge for you in the past.
Yeah,
exactly. It opens the doors.
Wow, that was almost dying to that. Oh, he uses the limit. Yeah. He definitely didn't mean to do that.
I think he charged and then immediately pressed B and just realized as soon as he did what he did as soon as he did it.
Yeah, I'm surprised Chris didn't go for that. Go for the edge guard when he was recovering there. But
yeah,
if I'm Blacktwins, I want to dip ASAP. Just get out of there, get as much limit as I can, play as safe as possible. Ooh, and that up tilt.
The roll got trapped up by the up tilt.
And Blacktwins finishing in what place?
4th place on a smash on tap, and a byproduct of him being sent to losers early, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it wasn't out of the realm of